Let's unbox the Vortex T10M Pro tablet, and then we'll compare it to an older Gen 1 iPad Air, and we'll see what we like better. Let's get started. All right, so let's pop this open. That sticker came off. This one. Let's get this guy. What do we get? We get a tablet. And a bunch of stuff. All right, here's our SIM tool, which everybody's losing these. Adapter. I'm just out of curiosity how much juice flows out of this guy. Then we get a Vortex. We get output 5 volts. Not super powerful, but powerful enough. White. It's funny that it's white. Let's see, this is supposed to be midnight blue. La-ti-da. Very nice. I want to compare what it feels like here with the the iPad feels like something awesome, and this feels like plastic. It's not that I have anything against plastic, because it's better than having a glass back. Let's keep looking. You know what I like? I like the camera. I like the camera. It's raised so that it gives you, but that's a cool camera on the Vortex 10. So let's see if it shipped with power. Powered on. Power's on in landscape. That's cool. All right, here we are at the high there, and let me get us signed in. That is the first time I've had a Vortex connect that quickly to the internet. It was almost immediately. Some of the phones, like the HD65, that's a big criticism. Sometimes it takes multiple times, and it feels like it just takes minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes to get that first connection. Anyway, let's continue. Spoke too soon. This is the problem I always run across with the Vortex phone. Something's up with their Wi-Fi where it just takes multiple times to try to connect. All right, let's try again. All right, that was 3 tries. 3 tries at the internet, and it finally connected to Wi-Fi, and we're moving on. All right, let's continue. All right, here's one of the things I don't like about some of these budget devices, where it's going to make me go through their list of apps. And look, it has the apps, and then it has install. I can't, where do I skip it? Do I unchoose them? There we go, skip. Yeah, I think Vortex does this, Blue does this, there's a few others, Max West phones do this. All right, we're into the device. Let's see what my first impression is. Both of them glare at me. Let me turn the brightness. Does this have easy swipe down brightness? Brightness. Oh, it's all the way, basically 100% bright. Huh, it's a little bit dim for my, like on the, what do we do on this one? I'm not as familiar with the iPad to bring up. There we go. I guess this one's almost 100% bright too. Yeah, okay, I give it a pass. It's fairly equal. Let's move on. I've got YouTube loaded up, and let's see who's faster at getting music playing for me.
I'm my camera. I've got a long list of things I'll do as your next governor. Like lowering costs for Missouri's senior.
So the default quality is really low on here. Let's see what it gives us. 350 is the auto. Let's move that up to 1080. Okay. And this one's just now loading up.
Hey, it's Amy Watson and Jimmy Harvey, and today we go on a Spanish flavor trip and play some cozy dinner next year. Let's go.
So let's enjoy this easy morning and
Oh, the quality of sound is night and day. This is a tin can. This has some quality music. Oh my goodness, that's a bummer. That's a bummer if you're going to listen to music out of the regular speakers on this. That is poor quality. I know you won't be able to hear this, but I'm going to put headphones on. I'll do a headphone test. Stand by. All right, after a little bit of tooling around, found out that this cannot handle the 1080 playback, so I had to drop it all the way back down to 480. But then I found out that on the iPad, there's no, I don't know if I have this in my settings or if it's just old enough I haven't updated. It only allows 360. The sound was about similar coming through the headphones. No problems. Deep bass, full sound. So the headphones are about equivalent. All right, let's look at all the details of the important parts. So we've got, let's look at the specs. Let's go back to this little paper here of the Vortex, and I've got some notes. If you want to pause here and look at the two, feel free to do that, but I'll talk about them right now. So 10.1 inches and 9.7. I mean, it's the viewable. Yeah, it's slightly bigger. Let's see, the pixels on, let's see, 1280 by 800 and 1536 by 2048 on that. So if you want some quality, you're not going to get quality viewing on the Vortex 10. Let's go down to the cameras now. Cameras on the Vortex 5 and 8. And surprisingly on the Apple, 5 out facing and 1.2 selfie. Let's see if there's a difference there. Hold on. Sometimes it's hard to see a camera shot through another camera shot, but here's this one taking a picture of the iPad, and this one viewing the Vortex. Five here, and this one is what? 8 here, and then let's go to selfie. Let's see, turn it over here, turn it over here, selfie camera pointing up. This one, is the light funny? Because this seems very dim. The Vortex seems very, very dim. And this one, the iPad, there we go. There I am. You can see right there in the camera that this guy is blue and a little bit less quality. Let's see, this one is 8 megapixels or 5? 5 on the Vortex and 1.2, and it looks like the iPad still outperforms the Vortex. That's interesting. All right, let's move on. All right, the processor, they call this a Quad 2.0 core processor. I don't know if they're trying to trick you into thinking it's 2 gigahertz, but the Apple has 1.3 gigahertz dual core. The big, let's see, did we cover everything? RAM. So you get 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64, and I didn't realize that they only had 1 gigabyte of RAM on the Apple. But the kicker is that the Vortex has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and everyone knows that the iPads all have giant batteries, 8820 milliamp hour batteries. So if you're shopping, these are approximately the same price. The used iPad Gen 1 Air, and then the brand new Vortex T10M Pro. There's no question in my mind that I would just buy the Apple device. It just seems like there's, you know, everyone knows Vortex's budget. It's part of the government program to help those that need connectivity and need a little bit of financial assistance. But you can still pick these up on eBay for under $50, brand new if you're lucky, even lower, used. And then same with iPad Air, under $80, $50 if it's got a little more wear and tear on it. All right, those are my first impressions in the opening of the Vortex T10M Pro. Obviously, if you if you need this service, I mean, it'll be adequate for, staying connected, doing your study, doing your research, having a little bit of YouTube time, whatever you use your tablet for. But if you're shopping, if you're in the market, definitely don't buy this one. Choose a used, and you might be able to find a few generations newer of an iPad for in that same neighborhood, $50 used. All right, if this has helped you, please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.